Everybody, are we about to watch Wales stride towards Euro 2004? Group 9 could still be turned on its head. Finland aren't out of it. Serbia and Montenegro are certainly still in it, but one of these two sides will surely win it. And if Wales avoid defeat tonight, it is odds on to be them. It is a fantastic crucible of a stadium, and I wonder who is feeling the pressure more. Italy, after all, need to win, Mark Bright.
Well, there's no question about that, is there? I mean, the atmosphere in here has been electric. It really has. I don't think Italy saw themselves in this situation, you know, at the start of the campaign, but this is where they are now, a must-win situation, and Wales heading the group. It makes for a great night.
And I think it's a great tribute as well to what Wales have achieved in this group and their stature now as an international nation in the world game. That this stadium, which holds around about 85,000, is about 3/4 full, and about 8,000 of them are wearing bright red, supporting the Welsh. It wasn't so long ago they wouldn't get 8,000 for a home game.
Well, it's just the power of Mark Hughes and what he's done in turning it all around. I travelled over with a lot of the supporters this morning, and, you know, just listening to them, you know, on the plane and at the airport, they really are excited about this, and I just really think they think they're going to Euro 2004. They really think they can pull off a result here tonight, and then a result on Wednesday against Finland. That's the key.
Well, here we go. There will be an almighty noise, but I wonder whether as the Italians come out of the stretched tunnel, as to whether they will have their hearts beating a little bit more than the Welsh. After all, the weight of expectancy as the Italian substitutes make their way out is very much upon them. Wales could actually lose all their remaining games in this group and still go to Portugal next year. Jason Kumas there, you see, walking out wearing number 4, and it's a big evening for him. I don't suppose Jason Kumas has played a bigger game than this in his career at Tranmere Rovers and West Bromwich Albion, with all due respect to those two clubs.
Well, he scored some really important goals, and he's got a little bit of magic in him as well. He can go by people and create things for himself, and what better stage for someone like Jason Kumas here tonight. I mean, saw the players walking out earlier and just looking around the stadium and taking it all in. You know, they won't be intimidated. They've beaten Italy in the Millennium Stadium.
So can they reproduce it in the San Siro, a stadium in which Italy have never lost? But I'll tell you what, if Italy don't win tonight, Giovanni Trapattoni won't have many friends tomorrow morning. And Italy versus Wales also means that we hear two of the more moving national anthems. Everywhere, and the blue of the Azzurri too. Wonderful noise in the San Siro Stadium. The smoke screen surrounding Christian Vieri has cleared. He is fit and he starts, but Italy are without Totti and Tacchinardi, though Simone Perrotta and Cristiano Zanetti have been past fit.
Well, if it's a big night for Wales, it's an even bigger night for Italy. They're in a must-win situation. It's goals they need. Christian Vieri is the man. He averages a goal every other game, and the 80,000 crowd here will be looking for him to inspire them.
Well, by all accounts, Bobby Robson won't be happy, but Craig Bellamy starts. Danny Gabidon's bruised heel keeps him out at the back. Jason Kumas comes into midfield. Simon Davis switches to right back as he did against Azerbaijan. And it's Delaney partnering Page.
Yeah, big responsibility for those two tonight. They must not lose concentration for 1 minute. It's about organisation, commitment and keeping a cool head. It's going to be very intimidating out there, but they've done it before in October and they can do it again tonight.
Well, it would be interesting to see the pace of Rob Earnshaw get on at some point for Wales, but with Fiore, Del Vecchio and Carradi on the bench, Italy are not short on options. How fit is Bellamy, and how fit, come to that, is John Hartson? We will find out. It could be that neither lasts the full 90 minutes. The referee is Markus Merck of Germany, and he should be well acquainted with the Italians because 6 of their starting 11 played in the Champions League final at Old Trafford back in May when Markus Merck was in charge, and we just saw Filippo Inzaghi there, who was one of those players of AC Milan. This could be an historic night for Welsh football. Let's hope so. And in case you didn't know, I'm sure you do, Italy are in blue, Wales are in red, and Italy will be kicking from left to right. Wales will be attacking the goal away to the left-hand side, behind which their supporters are massed in the lower tier. Perrotta, who we were told of Piero, injured himself in Serie A last weekend and would not be involved, but perhaps it's just another game from Trapattoni. Well, the last time Wales qualified for a finals tournament, Mark Hughes wasn't born. The last time Italy lost a game in Milan, and it wasn't played here in the San Siro, Giovanni Trapattoni wasn't born. Mind you, not many people were. It was 1925. It's Italy's free kick. Guess who gave it away?
Well, Robbie Savage is on a yellow card. It's important that he doesn't get booked or he'll miss the Wednesday's game.
Finland at the Millennium Stadium on Wednesday. It's Pembridge fouled, and Pembridge's role will be to sit in front of that back four. He will work in horizontal lines in front of that back four as a protective screen. With the flick, cleared away by Zambrotta, who is a right-sided midfielder playing at left back, and Savage again tests the patience of Markus Merck.
Well, I'll just have to be a little bit more patient here, Robbie Savage. He could easily pick up a yellow card for that, and that's his second one in the first few moments. He just needs to calm down.
This is Nesta finding Panucci. Gary Speed is Wales left back, a role which he played for the first time for Newcastle in their last Premier League game. And he got above Camoranesi.
Gary Speed would like that sort of ball if he can play the ball up in the air, because he is very, very good in the air. Gary Speed, actually meant okay.
Italians return possession to Wales. Speed to Hartson, who is adjudged to a foul. Nesta with the free kick for Italy. I think you might have heard during the Welsh anthem our colleagues from BBC Wales singing along heartily, and you might just be able to hear them commentating heartily, especially if Mark Hughes' side get a goal.
Yeah, we can hear them, they're getting excited. Having a good banter with them before the game.
Without telling. Here's Hartson. It's Vieri, two around Vieri quickly. Camoranesi for Italy. That just fall to Zambrotta. Bellamy is there. And there's Pembridge working that area in front of the back four. This is Robert Page. And Davis at right back, played there against Azerbaijan when Wales won 4-0. Misunderstanding was between Bellamy and Pembridge. Del Piero finding Zambrotta. It's well cleared by Delaney, but this is Del Piero again. Confronted by Savage. Away by Delaney. Zanetti forward. Came off Page from Vieri, it's a corner.
Well, just a snap about what Christian Vieri's all about here. Good turn, close control. But look at that, he's not even looking. He knows where the goal is, having a strike early.
First corner kick of the game. Jones stays on his line. Back across, goal! And it was dangerous as well. It fell to Filippo Inzaghi. And Bellamy will chase. And Nesta is across, and Nesta's there first. This is dangerous. Inzaghi's gone to the near post. Vieri was behind him. Well covered by Gary Speed, away by Page. And that is Savage, who is in need of treatment.
I think that's called retribution there by Alessandro Del Piero. But it's been a bright start, hasn't it, from Italy? They put Wales under a bit of pressure. They're throwing crosses in there towards Christian Vieri, and Wales they're scrambling and just clearing the ball. Taking a knock there, Robbie Savage.
Well, it's a very important part of the Welsh midfield. It's a formation which they've got used to now. The Welsh, there's the kick.
Oh, it's his left knee, isn't it? It's his left knee. I think as he jumps up to clear the ball with his right foot, I think Del Piero's swinging to volley it, and I think he just catches Robbie Savage. Oh, good. That's good news for Wales.
Del Piero was nowhere near the ball, but this 4-1-4-1 formation has served Wales well. Savage will be back on in a moment. Hartson's head, Giggs trying to put Panucci under pressure, Ryan Giggs, and Buffon in the way. It was a chance, it still might be. Hartson. Zanetti clears. Delaney to Pembridge and to Page. Well, Ryan Giggs will be encouraged. This is Perotta. Del Piero, again shadowed by Robbie Savage. Still Del Piero and still Alessandro Del Piero. And Vieri. And Inzaghi is inside the penalty area, and so is Camoranesi. This is Del Piero. Can he get out of that corner? You wouldn't bet against it. Zambrotta. Bellamy back helping out. And it's Wales' throw. And well defended, Craig Bellamy.
Well, he did ever so well there. He's working back, isn't he? I think this is the opportunity here. I think it's Nesta with a short header. Giggs reads it, but what he doesn't see is Buffon comes steaming out very quickly, smothers it. Yeah, he's trying to hit it. He does the right thing here. The head is short, good swivel. It's a great save.
It was Panucci, whose header was a bit short. And that's good play by Ryan Giggs again on Panucci. Already evident that Bellamy and Giggs are going to perform as much of a defensive role as they are an attacking role.
Well, that's a system Mark Hughes likes, doesn't he? John Hartson right down the middle. But what's essential is you have to get good service into John Hartson because he hasn't got the pace. You know, obviously, Cannavaro and Nesta very quick and agile and very good in the air as well. So what then Wales need to do is drop good balls into John Hartson. He can get it down and get the play going.
Zanetti with a free kick, which was taken really too quickly for Filippo Inzaghi. It was conceded by Muchas. And so far, so good from Wales' point of view. They missed Hartson in Belgrade in their last match, Wales. Good climb by Page, and a legal 1-2, but here's Vieri, he's offside. Wouldn't normally expect Vieri to put that wide from there. I suspect he knew the flag was up.
Well, I don't think he knew the flag was up at all there. Just takes a chance, and yeah, he's a shade off. But look at Gary Speed here, arm up in the air. Sometimes that just convinces the assistant referee to raise his flag, but he was clearly a yard or so offside.
Jones away. It's the third or fourth time John Hartson has got a flick on.
I think he's looking for a foul there as well. I think he holds his position and Nesta bumps him. And John Hartson then obviously just flicked the ball straight through to the keeper, but I think John's looking for a foul there.
Page and Vieri together. Simon Davis forward. And John Hartson just strayed on the wrong side of Alessandro Nesta. Must have been very difficult for John Hartson at the back end of last season with that back injury. Watching Celtic compete to the final moments of the final game for the Scottish Premier League and play in the UEFA Cup final, and not to be involved, having played such a big part for Celtic the last couple of years. Just as well for Wales that Pembridge was where he was, and it's comfortable for Paul Jones. To it by Nesta, Speed with the header, Panucci in quickly. Italy still have to go to Serbia and Montenegro themselves in this group, and that will not be easy for them on Wednesday. But Finland have already won today to keep themselves mathematically at least in contention in Group 9 of second place, and they're at the Millennium Stadium on Wednesday. Offside again.
Good play from Wales again here. Just holding the line. It was the right decision there.
It is Filippo Inzaghi. And it's John Hartson beaten again by Nesta, who's won the last couple of headers ahead of Hartson. Savage. Vieri to Del Piero. Looking for Inzaghi. Speed's header. Italy's free kick. I certainly don't think Marcus will be disappointed though with the first 12 minutes. Camoranesi. Panucci.
I think a key thing, Steve, for Wales is, you know, they are winning the ball back off Italy, but what they're doing is they're turning it over very quickly. They're trying to find John Hartson with long passes, and it's getting cut out. I think what they need to try and do is build a little bit, take a few touches, move the ball around, just try and keep possession for a few moments so they can gain in confidence.
Hartson the target again. Giggs will chase. It's given against Ryan Giggs. Well, I think Giggs has got Panucci worried.
Wow, I don't see anything wrong with this, and in fact Ryan Giggs flicks it back, and I think it's handball from Panucci. I think he was very lucky to get the first decision because all the Welsh fans behind that goal roared for a penalty.
Speed for Wales. Trapattoni, who has won just about everything in his club career. Zambrotta. Zanetti. This is Nesta. Back to Cannavaro. Bellamy might just have a chance to run here. Running at Cannavaro, looking for Giggs. Still on for Wales. Pembridge to Hartson. Speed. Italy have plenty back now. Speed looking for Hartson again. Nesta in the way. Good tackle by Pembridge on Vieri. Here he is again, Mark Pembridge. And Simon Davis invited to fill the space. Zambrotta ahead of him. Bellamy wants it. And Zambrotta's stretch was just enough. Here's Perotta. It's livening up. Spread the play nicely. Panucci. And still Panucci. Del Piero. 3 in the penalty area. It's towards Inzaghi. It's out by Speed.
Oh, that was a key header there for Wales, Gary Speed.
He's done well there, John Hartson.
He has. Here he is, just using his body, just trying to bring the ball down. Goes down with really slightest of touches, but that's what it's about, trying to gain a free kick, just take the pressure off of the defence, just give them a little bit of a breather.
Mark Hughes, who knows all about big games as a player for Manchester United and Barcelona and Bayern Munich on loan, and Chelsea as well, and a League Cup winner with Blackburn Rovers too. This is a real international melting pot, this Group 9. And it's been the making of Mark Hughes.
Amazingly enough, he took his coaching badge with me, and look where he is and look where I am.
Took the words out of my mouth.
No, I'm really pleased for him. He was ever so quiet and on the course and unassuming, but you know, I think he had the respect of all the pros on that course, and likewise with his fellow countrymen.
Here goes Zambrotta. And he's beaten Davis for pace. Can he find Inzaghi or perhaps Vieri? Well, he found Vieri, but Vieri couldn't quite get over the cross.
Well, it was an opportunity, wasn't it? Look at Page just looking over his shoulder, for Vieri. He knows where he is, but the ball beats him. Vieri gets up. Page does well. I think he backs in and just puts him off enough.
Tell you what, though, Mark, for a right footer, Zambrotta, that's no mean cross with your wrong foot.
Well, on the run as well, yeah, it's perfect for Vieri because you know we know what he's all about. He's an English-style centre forward, and he loves getting on the end of crosses.
Here's Giggs. This is Kumas. Bellamy stays onside. Kumas wants the return. Cannavaro away only as far as Davis. Kumas again offside. Bellamy. I'm sure Sir Bobby Robson will have found a television set to watch. He was at the Oval today watching the Test match. That's a tight one, that.
There's not much in that, is there? I think he shows signs a little bit of rustiness, a couple of things when he's got on the end of, and his touch hasn't been clean, and he's missed obviously the first 3 games of the season, and he wants to get back into playing. He said he's fit. He looks fit to me. You know, it's be great for Wales and for Newcastle if he does remain fit as well.
Muchas likes to have the ball at his feet. He was tracked all the way and finally beaten to it by Piero. And then speed and Camoranesi. With the header. That's a loss to Wales to play without Gabidon. It's going okay at the moment. Zambrotta. Came off Zanetti last.
Yeah, it's just Robbie Savage just pushed that ball a little bit too far for Craig Bellamy. Should be easing that ball into him so Bellamy can maybe just take a nice easy touch and then try twist and turn, but he's chasing it so it doesn't go past him, and inevitably he just wins the throw.
Piero. Again Piero, who will drift in away from that left-hand side when he can. Panucci with the header, Camoranesi. Vieri, 2 around him. Camoranesi with the cross. Pembridge back helping out. Inzaghi lunged at Pembridge rather. Space here for Zambrotta. Reads like a who's who in the penalty area. Del Piero, Vieri, and this is Vieri! Best chance so far.
It was a brilliant chance, wasn't it? Zambrotta down that left-hand side, as we were saying, right-footed player playing on the left.
Well, he was a midfielder. Zambrotta at Juventus, and now Italy's left back. It's some hole to fill, isn't it, with Maldini not there, but that was a chance.
It was, yeah. He caused all sorts of problems to Simon Davies. He come back onto his right foot, and Simon Davies obviously knows that he's right-footed, so he went for the cross, checked back onto the left and delivered a great cross.
And here goes Del Piero. And Inzaghi.
Well, I think the run of Christian Vieri takes Delaney out the way and just opens it up there. As you can see Vieri just onto the right of the screen. He opens it up for Inzaghi, and only needs to connect with that. Could have been trouble for Wales.
Hartson didn't know where it was coming, and neither did Panucci. Fell to Hartson's right foot almost before he knew it was there. Now Davis. Where's Zambrotta now? There he is. This is Bellamy. Del Piero stabbed a foot in. And Italy just might break here. Zanetti to Vieri, to Del Piero. And back again.
See, once again, Steve, I just felt that was a decent ball to Craig Bellamy, and he's turned and his touch was loose. And also, he's just turned attack into defence there. He's just showing signs of rustiness.
I suspect that might have been a hand from John Hartson in there somewhere. I know there was a hand from John Hartson in there somewhere. The referee let it go. Camoranesi away from speed. Overlapping is Panucci. Should be a goal kick. Well, the referee and his assistant took a long time looking at each other, waiting for one or the other to make a decision, and in the end they got it right.
Yeah, good play from Jason Kumas, good tracking. It's important. Stay with runners. But just a moment before that, that was a fine example of what Mark Hughes is looking for. Good ball into John Hartson, links the play. Ryan Giggs coming inside and running off him, and once he gets hold of the ball, he can go past anybody.
Panucci with the header. Former Chelsea player, Panucci, in a brief loan spell. I think he picked up more yellow cards in his 10-game loan spell than he did plaudits. Pembridge up. Bellamy. Of course, every time a Welsh player goes down, Pembridge this time, then the Italians are not going to be sympathetic, and the Welsh aren't going to be in a hurry.
The concern there. Former teammate of mine, Mark Pembridge, at Sheffield Wednesday, and he's the kind of player who flies into tackles and he gets up and gets on with it, so if he stays down, you know he's injured.
Now a Fulham player, of course. It's up towards Hartson. Cannavaro got the header in, Savage is there. Camoranesi. Vieri deep inside his own half of the field. This is Del Piero from Perotta's pass. Lots of red shirts between Del Piero and the penalty area. This is Vieri. Pembridge with the header. You don't want to let Jason Kumas have too much space because he's got terrific vision and he's found Giggs. And now can Simon Davis get forward on the right-hand side? Giggs looks for Bellamy. Might still come for Bellamy. And now it's Davis. And it just wouldn't fall for Giggs because Panucci got in the way.
Robbie Savage just giving a foul away against Del Piero again there, but it was an opportunity for Wales, I felt. Just showing signs that they can break through.
Well, if they can give themselves something to defend, Mark, then they're halfway there.
Well, I can just see that they're unsettling the Italians. They're in quick to the tackle and they're pressing. But Robbie Savage just needs to calm down a little. Oh.
Savage is going to miss the Finland game on Wednesday. And it's been coming.
I'm not even sure if that's a foul. You know, the key thing here is Robbie Savage, you're playing international football. It's different than the Premiership. He's had a couple of warnings, Robbie, from the start of the game. He needs just to calm down. All he's doing is hustling. Look at that. There doesn't look too much wrong with that for us. But it's several. It's one of several. And he's playing away from home, and the crowd have just inspired the referee to book him.
Been booked twice in 3 Premiership games this season for Birmingham City as well. Camoranesi. Hartson was late on Nesta, but players allowed to go on. Pembridge, Bellamy, Nesta still down. Here's Savage. It's a hole in the Italian defence with Nesta not there. Bellamy, Hartson to aim for, but good covering by Cannavaro.
And that's like the Italians are furious as well because there was a tackle. I think it's on Nesta on the halfway line.
John Hartson has to be very, very careful here, and so does Buffon. It's all been triggered off by Bellamy, and the referee Marcus Merck has to get on top of this before somebody really loses their rag. Well, Buffon's actually already lost his rag, and so has Hartson. You can't raise your hands.
Well, it's in the spirit of the game. A defender's down, and the Italians wanted the ball clear, and it came to Robbie Savage, who'd just been booked, and he knew, and he ran on with the ball, and he played it to Bellamy, and that's when I think Cannavaro come across, and he looked like he was going to clean Bellamy out.
And as he booked Bellamy, Bellamy will miss the game against Finland as well.
Well, you know, it's turning into a nightmare here. 2 bookings and no space of time. You can't have a confrontation. You just need to walk away and play innocent. That's the moment there. John Hartson was late.
It left Nesta out of the game.
It left Nesta out of the game, but the ball's still in play, and Wales were in possession, and they ran forward with it. And it's usually somebody pokes it out of play, and the ball gets thrown back to that home side, the team. But You know, I'm sure Italy very unpleased about that.
Well, if the referee didn't give a foul, I don't really, frankly, see why Wales should stop. It wasn't a head injury to Nesta.
Well, that's why the referee has to play on. It's just in the spirit of the game, it's just what players do.
But Bellamy and Savage will miss the Finland game. Here is Savage! That was a chance.
Well, it's added a bit of spice to the game, hasn't it?
Just a bit. Kumas. Gates. Kumas wants the return. Pembridge. Speed into Camoranesi. This is Inzaghi and he's got away from Kumas. Vieri's to his left. It's Vieri! And for a player of the quality of Christian Vieri, that's a very good chance.
Yeah, that's a fantastic chance. Gary Speed just gets caught in possession on the halfway line. Inzaghi plays a great ball over to Vieri. He takes it first time. He really doesn't get hold of it, does he? He pitches down into the ground. Doesn't really worry Paul Jones.
Scored Italy's winner in Germany in the friendly at the back end of last month. Christian Vieri, it was his 18th international goal in only 32 appearances for Italy, which is a rather smaller number than it might have been if he hadn't been for various spells of injury.
But you see, I said that Robert Page and Mark Delaney have to concentrate fully. As soon as Inzaghi picked that ball up, he just pulled off Delaney and gave himself a good opening to get into that goal.
Well, Wales have not been without their opportunities. Here's Davis. And now, can Inzaghi conjure something here? That's good running by Vieri, well watched by Delaney.
That was good defending by Delaney. He followed the man, he could see the ball, he could see the man there, got himself in a really good position. Paul Jones giving him a good shout, coming out and tidying up.
Onside here, Ryan Giggs for Wales. It's not the best of angles. Hartson wants it, Hartson gets it, and Hartson misses it.
Oh, he's shaking his head there, and I think he knows. He's done ever so well for Wales so far, he really has. But this is just a great opportunity. It's a great run from Ryan Giggs. In between the centre-back and the full-back. Bonucci comes. Giggs hasn't got the right foot, so he has to cut back. Johnny Hartson screaming for it square here. It's a great opportunity.
Well, you wouldn't bet on a 0-0 at the moment. Vieri might have scored twice. Hartson certainly might have scored once.
Well, we expected a good encounter, and it's lived up to it. Big John there slightly leaning back, I felt. Just held that ball over the bar.
This is Giggs. But I don't think that the Italians would have banked on Wales having so much of this opening half hour. And the longer it goes on at 0-0, the more uncomfortable they will be. Gary Speed will take the throw. Giggs to Pembridge.
That's unlucky. Well, you know, you have to respect the Italians, there's no question about that, but you don't have to fear them. And I think Wales tonight have just proved so far that they're competing, they're hustling, they're chasing, they're tracking, and they're getting forward when they can. And I think it's unsettled the Italians a little bit. I think they thought Wales would come in and be a little bit intimidated, but they've risen to the occasion so far.
Speed's header falls to Camoranesi. This is Filippo Inzaghi. Hope someone's watching Del Piero. It's a good tackle. It's held up the Italian attack, but Del Piero was in a lot of space inside the penalty area for a moment. Panucci will take the throw. And the foul goes against Cameronese.
Yeah, what he did is he laid the ball off short to Panucci when he knew it was short, and Ryan Giggs was trying to get round him, and he just held Ryan Giggs off. There you go. No attempt to play the ball. Good decision from the assistant referee.
That's Hartson's header. Here's Giggs. Hand was raised from Gary Speed, that's why the free kick has gone against him. Wasn't raised in a particularly dangerous manner, I don't think.
More of a handball as well, wasn't it?
Two of these Welsh players have recent experience of playing in this stadium, Gary Speed and Craig Bellamy, both for Newcastle against Inter Milan last season in the Champions League. Only 5 of this Italian starting lineup actually started the game which Italy lost at the Millennium Stadium. Buffon, Panucci, Nesta, Cannavaro and Del Piero. This is Nesta. Cannavaro put under pressure by Bellamy. Zambrota. Del Piero has joined Inzaghi and Cameronese inside the penalty area. There might be some danger here. Savage gets a boot in. Perotta trying to slide in on Muchas. And Zanetti wins it back. There's a bit of a lunge from Pembridge. Here's Zambrota. Great thing about Wales with Hartson is that if you're in a corner, you can always bang it up to Big John.
That's got to be good service to him, you know, he's got a good touch and he uses his body ever so well.
And he holds it up brilliantly and he wins free kicks. Cameronese.
You just feel the groans around us, can't we, a little bit. I'm sure that Italy thought they'd be a goal or so up by now. They've had the opportunity similar to Wales, but they haven't taken them. The crowd have gone a little bit quiet, they're sitting down, and just around us we can just feel groans.
Pembridge. You always know with Italy that they can win a game in the space of 3 or 4 blistering minutes.
There's no question about that. But you know, Mark Pembridge, he's had a key role for me in this first half. He's almost playing as a third centre-back between Mark Delaney and Robert Page. It's probably not visible on the screen, but he is sitting really deep in, just in front of the back four.
It's a speed. Pembridge. Stroke of fortune that the ricochet fell Wales' way. Panucci with the header. Pembridge to Muchas. Muchas, can he find the pass? Bellamy will chase it. Cannavaro is across. Muchas again. Dispossessed by Perotta. Inzaghi. Great covering. And all credit to Mark Delaney. Because I thought Inzaghi was in and Delaney didn't.
I think Jason Muchas just gets caught in possession, doesn't he? More of that after this corner.
For which Fabio Cannavaro, the captain, has come forward. It's over Cannavaro, and Jones just got enough on it to keep it away from Vieri. Savage happy to see the ball go into the stands, and he wouldn't have been too fussed, I think, if Camoranesi had followed it.
Well, this is the opportunity. It's a great recovery from Delaney, but Kumas just taking one touch too many on the halfway line, and how quick the Italians can counter.
Wales will take that all night.
Yeah, frustration, but really impressed from Wales. Good organisation, great work ethic. You know, we heard Mark Hughes talking about the team spirit. You can't underestimate team spirit. I mean, at every level it's key. Everybody working for each other, helping, chasing back, calling, and all these things are happening for Wales tonight.
Good play by Hartson, and Perrotta just nicked it away from him. Inzaghi on the Del Piero pass, looking for Vieri, and he finds Vieri. What can Robert Page do? Page has lost his footing. Vieri looks for Del Piero, and Inzaghi, and Wales escape. I'm not sure how, but Wales escape.
Oh dear. Well, Page just goes to ground. He thinks Vieri's going to cross it, and then it was just, I think, a slightest of touch from Delaney, just took it away from Inzaghi, and there was a scramble, wasn't it?
Alessandro Del Piero will take the corner kick for Italy. Well, it was Zanetti at the near post, who I think got a flick on it, and the final touch was Hartson's. It's another corner. Italy don't want to, Wales don't want to spend the last 5 minutes of the half in here. Del Piero again, that's a good take by Jones. Not a bad ball either by Nesta. Here he goes, Del Piero. Zanetti. Camoranesi, urged on by Giovanni Trapattoni. This is Panucci. And that's a right-footed defender with a left-footed volley.
Well, he stayed up after the attack, didn't he? It was good patient build-up from Italy, linking the play. Good ball into Vieri, just used his chest off here. It's a good opportunity. It's on his left foot. There's the chance moments here. Just a slice of touch there from Mark Delaney. Just took it away from Del Piero. Great pressure there from Gary Speed, the captain, and poked off the line by Page.
It was an important poke as well, because Vieri was waiting. Del Piero controlled an overhit pass well. Finds the angle, finds Vieri. Oh, and over the top from Inzaghi.
Well, just might be Wales' night. Trapattoni can't believe it. Great play from Del Piero. He teased Simon Davies and delivered the cross. Vieri does ever so well, reaches it. Inzaghi tries the acrobatic overhead kick, but it's just pressure all along. There's pressure all there. Delaney throwing himself at it. They're riding their luck at the moment, Wales.
Yes, you could do with half-time. It's not far away. It's a good play by Camoranesi. Del Piero. Good strike! Surely Vieri. Off the post. Mark, didn't you just say this could be Wales' night?
Wow, that is incredible, isn't it? is absolutely incredible. I mean, you just feel yourself holding your breath. What about this for a strike? It's dipping. Jones gets the slightest of touches. It just doesn't drop quite kindly for Vieri. He has to swivel onto his left foot. But this is a great strike, isn't it? I have to say, it's a good save.
Yes, he got a touch. Well,
roll on half-time.
Lady Luck is wearing a red shirt. Inzaghi is going to chase that and realises that it's in vain. But it's really, I think, Del Piero who is making Italy tick.
Oh, no question. He provided the cross a few moments earlier as well, didn't he, to the far post for Vieri to knock back. And he's the man who just flashed it over the bar. You can look at it one of two ways. A goal's inevitable for Italy, or it's Wales' night.
Inzaghi is surely being fouled. The referee thought not, and Delaney plays on. Giggs. That'll do for Wales. Well, I have to say, I'm surprised the referee didn't give a free kick, but Mark, this has been a gritty first half display by Wales. They've done pretty well, but they've obviously also ridden their luck as Simon Davies gets the free kick.
Well played the referee there, because Robbie Savage did exactly the same thing to Del Piero, and he gave a free kick when we didn't think it was nothing. And Del Piero's doing the same there to Simon Davies, and the referee is giving a free kick, upset for he hasn't booked Del Piero. But what about this? And Paul Jones gets the slightest of touch there, just helps it onto the bar.
Last minute of the first half. Inzaghi and Delaney together. Cameronese. Oh, it's an important interception by Delaney. Speed for Giggs. And that might just see Wales through to half-time. Muchas. Got a foot in. Zanetti looks to send Italy on their way. This is Zambrotta. Del Piero. Perotta. Wales must keep their concentration here. Del Piero. Good pressing by the Welsh. Perotta forced to turn away and look for Nesta. Cameronese. Foot in from Muchas. Now, Bellamy and Hartson. How quick is Bellamy after 3 games out? Well, Hartson's pass was aimed instead towards Giggs and didn't find him.
Well, I tell you, Wales have been good for this first half, and they deserve to go in with this scoreline. They haven't been intimidated by the Italians whatsoever. They've created opportunities. They've rode their luck a little bit as well. But it's more of the same in the second half for them, isn't it?
Well, Delaney nicks it away from Vieri, and he's been outstanding. And that is an outstanding half-time scoreline for Wales. Luck might have been on their side, but in the San Siro, it is Italy 0, Wales 0. Thank you, chaps. If Wales can hold on to a point here, then a win and a draw in their final 2 matches in Group 9 would ensure that they qualify for Euro 2004 as group winners. If they were to win and lose one of those remaining games, then they may not win the group. They would possibly go into a playoff situation. But it's a little before 10 o'clock local time, around about 75,000 people in the stadium. It's going to be a late night for them. I was at Barcelona the last few days when they had 80,000 people for a game that didn't kick off till 5 past midnight, which was something quite extraordinary. But the first half here, Mark, has been a great credit to Mark Hughes' side.
Yeah, I was just talking to some of the boys from radio, and just fantastic 45 minutes of football, pulsating, end to end, lots of action, lots of commitment. And in the end, you know, Italy have to win this game. Italy have to push forward. You know, as long as Wales can keep a clean sheet, I don't think a draw is disastrous for them. I think it still leaves them in the driving seat, but a win here would be fantastic for them.
No substitutions have been brought on at half-time, though those on Italy's bench are making themselves ready should Giovanni Trapattoni decide to use them. Marco Del Vecchio amongst the Italian substitutes, who scored against Northern Ireland in a friendly match this season. Indeed, Italy have won every match they've played in 2003. Marcus Merck, the referee, had a word with Robbie Savage as the players were coming out of the tunnel. He had his arm in a rather fatherly manner around Robbie Savage's shoulder, and had a few things to say to the Welsh midfielder, who will not be available on Wednesday when Wales entertain Finland, and nor will Craig Bellamy. Both booked here, they will both be suspended. I suppose Sir Bobby Robson might be quite pleased about Bellamy's suspension.
I'm sure he will be. You know, 2 games in a short space of time. When you've been out injured, you know, it really takes its toll, and the first one I think you can get through on adrenaline.
Wales 45 minutes away from a fantastic point in Milan. Savage in quickly, as is his wont. It's Italy, of course, kicking from right to left, with Vieri fit playing alongside Inzaghi. Del Piero has been drifting in from that left side, hit the bar in the first half. Perotta put the follow-up against the post, and Wales, with Mark Pembridge very effective in front of a flat back four in which Delaney has been outstanding. John Hartson ploughing a lone furrow, but Wales have had their opportunities. The best of them fell to Hartson. This one might just fall to Bellamy, and Buffon gets there first thanks to the body of Cannavaro protecting the ball into his goalkeeper's arms. Here's Del Piero. Nesta away to Panucci. Camoranesi, and Inzaghi turning, and Del Piero, and the little flick was well read by Simon Davis. Decent pass from the referee. Little 1-2 with Bellamy.
Yeah, you can see Robbie Savage there, just remonstrating with the referee, asking, well, you booked me for a similar thing. Well, this is just great recovery. You can see Sammy Davis entering the frame there, and he does ever so well just to clear the ball before it gets to Vieri. Well, I should imagine Mark Hughes would have said at half-time, listen, just more of the same. Obviously, try and keep it really tight. Don't give away silly free kicks. I don't need anybody else booked, and we don't need any free kicks in dangerous situations. But it's up to them to come and get a goal. Don't give them anything.
Page with the free kick. Speed's header. Was an interesting swipe at the ball, shall we say? It fell nicely for Buffon from Panucci.
I don't think it could be deemed as a back pass. I think it was an attempted clearance, but just come off the top of his boot.
Offside against John Hartson. But the way certainly the first half hour of the first half went, you wouldn't bet against Wales scoring a goal either. They certainly troubled the Italians, and John Hartson had an exceptional opportunity.
Well, they'll get their opportunities, no question, because the longer this game goes on, the more Italy need a goal, and they'll have to come forward. And in Bellamy, if he can stay on the pitch, and Giggs, you know, they've got the pace to trouble him at the back. It's just about being patient.
Cannavaro. Inzaghi, it's a good first touch. Zanetti. Camoranesi. Two in the middle, too close to Jones. Who has benefited at club level, Paul Jones, from an injury to Anthony Amy, and really staked a claim to stay in the Southampton goal, I would feel.
Not looking too happy, are they? Saw some of the substitutes warming up at half-time. I suppose they're desperate to get on.
Well, Mark Hughes is going to get a word from the referee, Marcus Merck, and I think that is because he is deemed to have been transgressing from his technical area. I don't think he's too worried, do you?
You know, it's frustrating, the technical area and the fourth official, and you know, we've seen it recently with Harry Redknapp being sent off, and you're trying to make a point, and you don't want people just walking in front of you and getting in your way. You're trying to do your job.
It's Italy's throw. Zambrotta. He got behind Bellamy. A very good take again from Paul Jones. He's kept clean sheets in his last 3 matches for Southampton. No need to hurry from Wales' point of view. Camoranesi. Delaney chasing with Inzaghi. Oh, and that's probably the first time Delaney has put a foot wrong in the game. And he fouled Inzaghi. And Delaney is going to miss the Finland match as well. And this is becoming a real problem for Mark Hughes now.
Well, it was all his own doing, wasn't it? He showed the pace to get there before Inzaghi, and then instead of either clearing the ball or playing it back to Paul Jones, he stops the ball and tries to poke it off Inzaghi for a throw-in. It runs favourably for Inzaghi. Now he has to foul. That's 3 players Mark Hughes is going to be without, and in a injury-hit squad as well.
Italy free kick. Well, Wednesday night can wait for the moment. Wales need to defend, and they need to defend properly. But Italy made it easy for them. Perotta away to Camoranesi, given straight to Speed. Panucci. Cannavaro. Zanetti and Bellamy together. Savage is there. Kumas to Speed. Page can't dwell on the ball with Inzaghi around. This is Perotta. Great run from left back by Zambrotta. Well, he did everything right, Zambrotta, but he just couldn't squeeze across it.
He didn't, but there was once again the case of just, you know, Robert Page just getting caught in possession. See Zambrotta just trying to get his foot around that ball. It goes out. Good tracking from Bellamy, good tracking from Savage as well to force that. But you know, you mustn't get caught in possession, especially if you're a defender, right in the centre-back area.
would have been in if Nesta hadn't nestled that on his instep. This is Camoranesi, Bonucci. Inzaghi wants it. That's a pretty awful cross.
It is, but this is just a great touch, isn't it, from Nesta? Under pressure from Ryan Giggs, and he accelerates away with the ball, so there's no chance of Giggs just pinching that ball back off him. But I think the start of this second half, Steve, I think Del Piero's come in off this left-hand side, and he's playing a little bit more behind the front two of Inzaghi and Christian Vieri. And that could be dangerous, because now Mark Pembridge has to engage him and stop him playmaking. That's an important role for Mark Pembridge. Now he's coming off that wide position.
Bonucci has just conceded a free kick to add to his woes. And speed will take it. John Hartson has company from Giggs, from Bellamy and Savage. Just taken away from Giggs. This is Del Piero, it's a lovely turn. Inzaghi wants the ball to do the work. And Delaney was covering in time. Zanetti. Camoranesi. Now what can Bonucci produce? Giggs is over quickly. Might get a second chance, Bonucci. I think the crowd's patience is wearing a bit thin. That's a good ball from Zanetti though, and Wales might be in trouble here. And they've got away with a corner, and it might have been worse from Perotta's cross.
Well, Christian Bonucci down that right-hand side. I think he's a little bit nervous of crossing now. This is a great ball. I think it's Robert Page who's playing everybody on side in the middle of the defence. Pembridge goes out. Well, he turns his back on it, hits him on the arm. It's not a penalty.
Italy's corner. Oh, and it's hit the post again. Zanetti.
How did he get that much space? That's the question. Cross comes over. Everybody's watching the ball. And it was a free attempt to goal. Look at this. He tries to keep it down. He keeps it down, but he just can't get it on target. He tries to guide it in. It's a glorious opportunity for Zanetti.
Well, first Del Piero, then Perotta, now Zanetti. They've all smudged the paint on the woodwork. Bonucci. And Massimo Odo of Lazio. Trapattoni will be first to make a change. Piero. And Zambrotta. Pembridge is coming across, he won't get there. Vieri's touch, brilliant clearance by Page, outstanding. This is Camoranesi. What a superb block as well by Speed. And Zanetti, and Savage flies in the way. Italy hammering on the Welsh door now. But Savage finds Bellamy. That's a free kick.
Well, that was cynical, wasn't it? Craig Bellamy did ever so well there, but this is just brilliant, isn't it? Ball comes in, I think it could have been no goal. Page does ever so well to hook it. Speed clears it as much as he can, but it only falls to the Italian player who has the shot blocked by Robbie Savage.
Bonucci is replaced and Odo comes on.
Well, Bonucci looked a little bit shaky to me. He threw one cross over the top of the bar. The crowd got onto him, and I'm not sure when he got the next opportunity, he wanted to put it in. It got blocked, and I think he was just starting to show a few signs of nerves there in possession.
Cannavaro booked for the foul on Bellamy, and Cannavaro will miss the match in Belgrade in midweek. Bonucci couldn't get off quickly enough. Pembridge with the free kick. Well, Buffon was having a hard time seeing it because Hartson was in the way. but Cannavaro dispossessed Bellamy. And now, what can Italy produce? Inzaghi, Vieri, Del Piero are forward. Camoranesi might fall for Inzaghi, but Delaney keeps calm. Italy throw.
Well, it was a great break, wasn't it? Inzaghi didn't panic in possession, he waited for the support to come, and he linked the play. Now they're back in possession.
This could be some last half out. Header from Del Piero! Oh my goodness, it's in this time! Inzaghi scores! And Italy finally get the luck breaking their way. Jones is beaten. And Italy lead.
Wow, Wales look finally run out. This is a good ball into the box. He's headed in there. I thought it was offside at first from Vieri, but it comes back off the bar. And Inzaghi makes no mistake this time, keeps his shot on target. There's the header. I thought that was offside, but it wasn't. Under pressure, flicked against the bar. And unfortunately for Wales, they go a goal behind.
Good header by Del Piero. I don't know how Vieri managed to hit the bar, but Inzaghi saved his blushes. And now Wales' job has all changed, and this is Hodgson! Well, Cannavaro may be smiling, but Italy almost conceded straight away.
Well, it's a different atmosphere in here now. All the Italian fans are very, very quiet at half-time and very, very quiet at the start of this second half. They were looking for that bit of inspiration. It looked like they'd had an opportunity again with Zanetti, I think, shaving the post. It looked like it wasn't going to be their night, and then Wales' resolve been broken.
What have Wales got in their locker now?
I think it's important they don't panic. They only need one goal to get back into this, and I think a draw will be a good result for Wales here tonight.
Rob Earnshaw's warming up. But Wales' problems lie at the other end. Italy's free kick. Good header out by Page, and Perotta's shot took a deflection. Well, it did.
You're quite right, it did take a deflection, and I think the referee is the only one who didn't see it. Here's the goal once again. It's a good header. Vieri reacts, leaves Page a little bit on his heels. Then Inzaghi, simple tapping.
Well, Earnshaw, if we do see him, will certainly test the pace of Cannavaro and Nesta. And Earnshaw knows about scoring against the big teams. Scored a winner in Cardiff against Germany. It does appear as though he will be on fairly soon. Now Delaney thought that flicked off Vieri. This is Pembridge. Zanetti. Vieri. And Inzaghi's going to have to go and chase it. And Page goes with him. This is Camoranesi. Otto is on the touchline. Good cross as well! And Inzaghi does it again. And Wales have a huge task now to avoid defeat in Milan. And that is Italy all over. 2 goals in 4 minutes. The job just might be done.
Well, that's Inzaghi's 17th goal for his country, and I think the key here is I think Page gets drawn right out the centre of defence, and he's the one trying to close down the cross. There he is, he's right outside the defence, and right in the middle of the defence is where he's needed, and that's where Inzaghi is totally free, unmarked.
2-0. Offside against John Hartson.
Oh, it's like a double whammy, isn't it? One goal's not disastrous, you still got the opportunity to get back in. They created a little bit in the first half, Wales, where they could be encouraged to keep going forward, but it just depends now about their mentality.
And Italy now will swagger and they will strut, and Wales will just have to chase. There's Vieri, Camoranesi, Del Piero. Goal kick given.
Good play by Mark Pembridge there, good tracking back. You know, they've a 1-goal lead for the Italians to defend is good, but a 2-goal lead's even better. That's just a superb cross, and Inzaghi's right in the end. Gary Speed across the near post there. But like I say, I think the key thing there was Robert Page got Drew out of the box, and it's crucial for him to be in the centre of that heart of defence to pick up the striker.
And the cross was from Massimo Oddo, who'd replaced Panucci, because Panucci was playing like he couldn't put a cross on a Bulls coupon, let alone the edge of the 6-yard box. And it was a great cross from Oddo, and Inzaghi made it too.
Yeah, we say an inspired substitution.
This is Bellamy. Now Kumas. Cannavaro. Zanetti away from Savage, away from trouble. Vieri, Del Piero. Looking for Camoranesi, but here's Oddo. Wales stretched. Oddo's cross. Inzaghi wants the match ball.
He does. When you're on 2, international level especially, you're always looking for 3. Here's Oddo again. He's just shaping it in. He's on the move, isn't he, Inzaghi? He's trying to get across Page. Page does ever so well there, just blocks it. And they look rampant now, don't they, Italy?
And if Italy do win this game, they will top the group. Wales won their first 4. The way it's going, it looks like they are heading to lose their next 2 because they were beaten a bit unfortunately in Belgrade.
A game they never should have lost, really. They created a lot of opportunities, and you know they deserved a draw from that game, but they put themselves in a great position prior to this game, and they're still in a good position. They know exactly what they'll have to do.
Del Piero, Perotta, Del Piero, Vieri to Del Piero. Oh! No backlift at all, but magnificent technique, and that's why everybody in Italy loves Alessandro Del Piero.
Well, it's just great football. Del Piero, confident, comfortable, in possession, just links the play with Vieri, and we know what he's trying to do here. He's just trying to shape it around Paul Jones.
And the weight of shots on target is vastly now in Italy's favour. Here's Pembridge.
Well, somehow Wales have just got to try and get a foot on this game again. They've got to try and get Ryan Giggs involved. He hasn't had a kick this second half, and Craig Bellamy as well. Not sure if he's running out of steam, but they've just got to keep battling away and just look for an opening, something to give them something to cling to.
Zambrotta. Del Piero. Perotta. Free kick is given.
Needs to be careful, Robbie Savage.
had something to say as well, didn't he, to Savage?
You're chasing the game, you're 2 down, he's booked, he's going to miss midweek. The last thing Mark Hughes wants is him to be sent off.
Well, it's party time in Milan.
You've got to give a lot of credit to Italy, Steve. You know, they forced the pace of this game, they know they had to win. They kept knocking on the door, and like we said at half-time, it's one of the two. Either it's Wales night or the goal is inevitable. And when they hit the post in the second half, Zambrotta, I just thought, well, it could be Wales night.
Tell you what, Mark, there are a few better places to be in the football world than the San Siro when it's buzzing, and it's absolutely rocking now.
I think it's just relief.
Delaney's foot in. Earnshaw's getting ready to come on. Bellamy. Well, Bellamy needs to be careful.
He does, doesn't he? He's tempestuous. You know, he's running his heart out. He's trying everything he can. I think he's just short of match fitness. I think he's a little bit frustrated that, you know, his electric pace just isn't there at the moment.
Inzaghi is waiting and hoping, and here he is again, and Inzaghi gets away from Page, and he's got a hat-trick! And tonight is Filippo Inzaghi's night! The man from AC Milan has a hat-trick in the San Siro, and Wales are beaten now for sure.
Wow, the question is, how did Vieri get that cross in from the byline? This is a cushioned header. I think it's from Oddo, who's played a part in probably all 3 goals. Inzaghi just gets away here from Rob Page. He just can't get his foot in, and the finish is what? It's lethal, isn't it?
Wales are making the change. Jason Kumas is coming off, and Rob Earnshaw is going to replace him, the Cardiff City striker, who wins tonight a 6th cap. He already has 2 international goals to his name, Earnshaw. But Italy are flying. This is Vieri, this is Del Piero. All the tricks will come out now. Looks like Bellamy is going to play on the right-hand side of midfield. They got to more. It's a 4-4-2 that Mark Hughes has changed to now. Bellamy's going to play up front with Hart.
It looks that way, doesn't it? Robert Earnshaw's just coming on this right-hand side next to Robbie Savage. Mark Penry's on the left of Savage, and then Giggs on the left of him. It looks like Craig Bellamy's gone down the middle of Hart.
Well, you begin to worry about Wales here, because Italy look like they're in the mood. Sometimes when Italy get 2 up, they're content to close it down and consider the job has been finished. But tonight they look hungry, and none hungrier than Inzaghi, and that's a great take from Jones, because if he hadn't got there, I think Vieri would have done.
Scenes there for the crowd. I think the Wales fans are just trying to tell the police that they're getting things thrown on top of their heads, but...
Well, we have got a situation here, Mark, and you always have it in the San Siro, where the travelling supporters have 2 tiers of home supporters above them. And I think what is happening here is that Welsh fans are being pelted from above. Meanwhile, Gary Speed, Bellamy, Speed. It's not pretty.
No, it isn't, and you know what? The football doesn't deserve that tonight. Wales are coming in, giving a really good account of themselves. I don't think anything to detract from that performance on the pitch, and hopefully it'll settle down soon.
Here's Earnshaw. Shaw again. Navarro across. And the former Glasgow Rangers midfielder Gennaro Gattuso is about to come on, a player who was outstanding actually in that Champions League final for AC Milan. And Inzaghi has done enough.
Yes. Just looks like he's going to shore up the game here. 3 goals ahead. Del Piero looks like he's just going up front with Vieri, Gattuso. He's just going to sit in midfield, isn't he? Make sure nothing happens.
This is Odo, who's really made a difference. That's his worst cross yet.
L'Italia ha sostituito il numero 10 Inzaghi.
Davis forward. Zambrotta. And Camoranesi, it's a magnificent save. That is a terrific save.
It was Camoranesi who set up Inzaghi a few moments ago. And this is just a great cross, and he attacks this, doesn't he? He sees the ball in the air, he runs at it, and it's just a great touch. It's a great touch.
Italy's corner. Del Piero looking for Zambrotta. He's got him behind Simon Davis. It's a penalty. It's a penalty to Italy. He got in behind Simon Davis, who was always struggling to make up the ground.
That pass is just sublime, isn't it? Just the outside of the foot there. Del Piero, Davis is trying desperately to get back on terms. They're both pulling at each other. But we all know that on the continent, players can go down very easily. Once he goes down in the box there, I don't think there's any question, the referee's got a great position.
Del Piero from 12 yards for 4. Scores. And it's now worth making the point that should Italy and Wales finish level on points at the end of this qualifying campaign, Italy would finish above Wales because of their respective records against each other.
Well, I just think something's happened to Wales that they totally don't deserve. You know, it was a brave performance, gritty and determined in the first half, and frustrating really in many ways for Italy. And you just hope that there was something that, you know, Wales could do in the second half to do this a little bit more of the same. But I think Italy's class is shown in the second half. They've created numerous chances and their finishing, well, it's been lethal in the second half.
Well, Italy will say that they have scored 4 and hit the woodwork 3 times, but nevertheless, you still feel it is hard on Wales. Camoranesi, and the bad news is that there's still almost 15 minutes to play, and Wales must keep their discipline. And I don't think Robbie Savage will get away with doing that again. Wales are preparing another substitute. Andy Johnson is going to come on. West Bromwich Albion midfielder.
Wouldn't be surprised if Mark Hughes takes Robbie Savage off. He's staying a little bit close to the wind here.
Because if Mark Hughes doesn't take Savage off, Marcus Merck might. And they will miss him against Finland, and they will miss Bellamy and Delaney. And that now is a game that Wales absolutely have to win. space here for Perotta. They're queuing up. And luckily, Gattuso had only just come on for Italy, and I think that might have been his first touch.
It's teed up, isn't it? Just comes onto it. I thought it took a little bit of deflection off Guy's speed, but it didn't. They're just finding more space. I think Wales are a little bit deflated now. The crowd are encouraging them with their olays.
And Mark Pembridge has been replaced. And replaced by Andy Johnson.
Another great prediction from Mark Bright.
Italy will have a free kick in a moment. John Hartson having flattened Gattuso. 4 goals in 17 minutes.
It's just devastating, wasn't it?
Bellamy. And an 11-minute hat-trick from Inzaghi. Cameronese. Odo. Gattuso played 51 times for Rangers. Zanetti looking for Vieri, Page away, Del Piero. Odo. Gattuso. Wales can't get the ball. Now they do. Savage to Davis. Shaw to chase. It's Wales' throw. And with 10 minutes to go or so, Mark Hughes is about to make his third and last substitution. And it will see Nathan Blake come on. I would suspect that Hartson just might have run himself almost into the ground, though you could probably say the same about Bellamy. We'll see. It's Gattuso dispossessed. Savage is there. It is John Hartson who makes way.
He's been lacking match fitness, hasn't he? He's done a good job for Wales up front, especially the first half. Very difficult for him in the second half. The serve wasn't there. I think Italy had much more of the ball.
Nathan Blake, who led the forward line for Wales in Belgrade because Hartson wasn't fit enough to play. And the Wolves striker replaces the Celtic striker. And Wales have a throw. Simon Davis. Vieri. Got the lucky bounce off Delaney. It's Johnson with the challenge. This is Del Piero. Perotta to Camoranesi. Odo has spent almost the entire time as a right winger since he replaced the right back Bonucci. Offside Del Piero.
Well, that was just a lesson in just holding the ball up and waiting for support to arrive from Vieri. Did ever so well. Put the play to Del Piero, and by that time the support's arrived and you can keep possession.
Needless to say that the earlier problems amongst the Welsh fans, which I suspect was caused by them being pelted from above by Italians, has calmed down. This is Bellamy. Camoranesi. also what might have been happening is that some of the Welsh fans wanted to leave, and they weren't being allowed to. Del Piero. There's only Vieri in the middle. Delaney away. Johnson towards Savage. Giovanni Trapattoni's still in a job anyway.
Yeah, well, it was the unthinkable before the game, wasn't it? You know, could Wales come here and upset Italy?
Page and Vieri. Oh, and Vieri had very nearly escaped him. This is Giggs. Zambrotta finds Del Piero. Zambrotta again. It's very good vision from Gattuso. Del Piero. And Vieri. And Vieri will get there first. And this is going to be 5. Oh, no, it's not. Christian Vieri loses his footing. It's not been his night.
It hasn't, but it's just a lesson in possession football. Great movement, good touch, good weight of passing. And it just results in this. A great run from Vieri. Jones comes out. The slightest of touch is there. He's unwilling to strike it with his right foot. Wants to get on his favoured left foot. And that's what happens.
And the price of missing is to be dragged off. Because it's Stefano Fiore who is going to come on. Well, they held up the number 9, but they're taking off Perotta. Mind you, we are about 8 million miles in the air here. Perhaps it wasn't 8, it's a long way down, but Perotta's come off. And Stefano Fiore has come on.
He's an attacking midfield player, likes to break off the front men. I suppose anybody coming on now, Italy will be looking to think, well, I might get myself a goal.
4 minutes to play. 4-0. In some ways, for Wales, not much has changed. Marcus has been making the point all week that taking something from Milan was not absolutely necessary to Wales' qualification. They still have to beat Finland. And they still do have to beat Finland.
Yeah, that's right. And they've got Finland in the week, Serbia, Montenegro, sometime in October. And they just need to regroup after this, lick their wounds a little bit, and they're still in the chance of being in Portugal in the summer.
Italy go to Serbia and Montenegro on Wednesday, and then they finish with a home match against Azerbaijan. So you would think that if Italy win in Belgrade, they've won the group, because you can't, frankly, see Azerbaijan taking much from them. Here's Giggs.
Yeah, you're thinking once Italy get to the top of the group, then they're going to stay there, especially crucial games. But with Wales, well, playoff place, and who knows who they might draw in that. Maybe one of the big guns, but. You know, if somebody had said, would you accept a playoff place at the start of the campaign, I'm sure Martin Hughes would have said yes.
Well, we know from talking to some of our Welsh colleagues who they would like in the playoffs.
Yes.
They'd like to play England if they're in the playoffs.
And with today's result, hopefully we can qualify automatically.
It's Johnson. Johnson is fouled. Bellamy. Davis, Johnson, Earnshaw, Zambrotta. Lots of space for Camoranesi. Positives for Wales, Mark?
Well, they just haven't been intimidated by the atmosphere or by Italy themselves. Proves that they can go away from home and make it difficult, but they just didn't want to sit back. I think they were quite willing to attack as well. And it could have been also different, I suppose, if John Hart's would have converted that chance he had. But you know, Italy, they've shown their class in the second half. They've forced the pace, they've kept good possession, they've made numerous opportunities, and they've taken them. And we all know what a force Italy are.
Vieri, offside.
Well, Vieri, you could see him, he wanted that ball played alongside early. Fiori's taking too many touches in his opinion. He's shown him where he wants the ball, and by the time he releases it, it's too late.
You can't believe that Italy have scored 4 and he hasn't scored any of them.
Well, I know as a striker that, you know, if your team scores 4, you want one. And he'll keep going right to the end of this match until the referee blows the final whistle before he gives in.
He should have scored 1, Vieri. 2 good chances in the first half and another in the second. And Wales are off the top of Group 9. Italy have timed their late run to perfection, and they move above Mark Hughes' side, and Wales now have home games with Finland and with Serbia and Montenegro. A playoff place is very much in their grasp, but tonight in Milan, winning Group 9 just might have slipped out of reach. It's finished Italy 4, Wales 0.